Welcome to Troutbum Troubadour. My name's Scott Lowe here at Hatch Camp in Clayton, Georgia, and I'm here with my friend
Nicholas Edward Williams.
Troutbum Troubadour. Keep working your way across. You hit them in the mouth, they may not move. It may just like stop. You know, some of them will hit it and just like go bonkers. You know.
Sure.
But like, you never know. Really good at swinging back around. Back. We gotta get weird. We're musicians, right? Keep fly fishing weird. Troutbum Troubadour. So Nick, welcome to Hatch Camp. Tell us a little about yourself.
Right now, I play traditional American folk, contemporary folk, and Piedmont blues or country blues.
I feel like we're kind of in the same ballpark.
Yeah, our circles match together in some ways.
Yeah, I feel like in music, as well as in most everything in life, like being able to deal with rejection.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, how many times have you been told no?
100%. I mean,
Like 90% of the time of the music industry is you being told no.
Sure.
You know, and so like being able to deal with like, am I good enough?
Oh yeah.
Am I, you know, do I have what it takes to like play this venue or play to the next tier of people or whatever, you know?
Right.
And now it's so questionable because like who knows if we'll ever play in front of more than 50 people.
Right. For a while.
You know,
I mean, it could be that.
But it may become like a supply and demand thing where it's like we can charge $50 a ticket for 30 people.
Right.
You know, because like there's not going to be venues and like smaller shows.
Right. And they can allocate more money towards one show instead of going to 5 shows or whatever it is.
Yeah. And like, you know, like you're not having to pay a $50 bar tab on top of that because you're coming
100%.
to somewhere like Hatch Camp where you bring your own bottle of wine and a little picnic and watch the concert outside, socially distanced.
Yeah, it is strange, like, through this whole COVID thing that I've gotten so much more comfortable playing to my phone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now, like, the thought of playing to people tonight, I'm, like, so jazzed up, and I feel like I really have to just, like, pare down the amount of talking that I'm going to be doing because it'd be like, wow, people, I can actually see their faces and I can see the reactions instead of like looking at comments or looking at likes and hearts and stuff like that. It's definitely a trip.
Real applause.
Real applause, yes. I can stop putting that fake applause in the background of my live streams.
Troutbum Troubadour.
That flag shows the stripes. When there's a good wind blowing, the stars, they dance like a kite. My grandpa had some stories about his bomber jacket, but I know those patches didn't say all there was to say. And I'm not clear on what's wrong and what's right. I know freedom's right. Why do we aim our sights on strangers' lives without second guessing why? Now which of these points of lights are smoke and beer is just a line of sight? Is there truth underneath what we see? And all these wars we fought, all these wars we fought, all of these wars we fought. Now that jacket is a souvenir to a teenage boy who isn't old enough to know his fears. It's making the rounds again, just like an old trend, and that look of a soldier at ease, bending in the breeze, all without knowing how it came to be. So I'm not clear on what's wrong and what's right, but I know the freedom's a right. So why do we aim our sights on strangers' lives without second guessing why? And which of these points are lies? Are smoke and mirrors just a line of sight? Is there truth underneath what we see? And all these wars we fought, all these wars we fought, all these wars we fought.
Hey y'all, this is Scott Lowe here at Hatch Camp in Clayton, Georgia. We're doing a little tutorials for you for Troutbum Troubadour. Today we're going to teach you the clinch knot. I learned this way off of a video off social media. I don't even remember who it was or what it was, but this saves me literally hours of my day out here guiding. This is the knot you're going to tie your tippet to your fly. We're using 30-pound high-vis catfish line so that you can see what we're doing. But to do this clinch knot, you're going to put it through the eye. And you're going to get the tip and the other and let the fly hang down between your fingers. And then you're going to take your forefinger and your thumb on each hand and you're going to roll opposite directions this line in your hand. You want to twist minimum of 3 times, probably maximum of 6 or 7. Like so. And then we're going to take the tag end and put it back through this loop we created and pinch it right to the fly, the very, very end, so we can save as much as possible. And then we're going to pull the leader end down all the way down to the eye. And what you have left is just a tiny little tag that you take your nippers and clip it off and you're ready to go. This knot should literally take you 10 seconds. I hope you learned something. I've always felt like fly fishing is kind of rhythmic and kind of meditative, which I kind of find in music.
Very much so. I don't know much about fishing, but when I'm doing it right, when I'm doing what you're telling me to do, I do feel like the movement is very intuitive and meditative in some way.
Mm-hmm. And you almost have to have the right rhythm or you don't get your cast out there.
100%.
Alright y'all, this is Nicholas Edward Williams.
Man, I'm tired of what I'm scared of, always looking for the means and all of the things that won't go my way. It's just slow catching up to the good parts. Man, I'm tired of what I don't have, always hanging over me, dangling at the seams, a far-off golden place. Well, I don't need to go anywhere, I got all that I need. Yeah, and it's just slow catching up, yeah, to the good parts. And I'm tired of hearing words that get ahead of the curve. It's time to ride
Write something we all can feel. Then I'm tired of what I'm scared of, always looking for the means to end all of the things that won't go my way. Yeah, and it's just slow catching up to the good parts.
Troutbum Troubadour. I mean, how many times do we cast in a couple hours? A couple hundred?
I mean, at least a couple
You
hundred,
know,
yeah.
and it's like, how many booking emails do you have to send out to get a gig? Maybe not a couple hundred.
I bet the catch rate is about similar.
Yeah, like
it's in the similar percentage rate.
10% of your casts, you get a bite.
A bite. Well, good. Yeah, well, a bite's not actual
10% of your emails, you get a response.
Right.
And then like 10% of those,
Right. Will
you
be
actually
actual
land the
bookings.
fish.
Sure.
Or the gig.
Yeah, it actually might correspond better than we think it does.
Yeah. So it's like 1 out of 100.
Right.
Or 1 out of 200 or whatever.
And patience throughout.
Oh yes. You know, like I had a mantra for a long time with music that like, you know, like I can just do my best and have no expectation.
Sure.
You know, like you have to like, you know, like give it your all and just, you know, try to, you know, find every avenue to find that gig or that song or that fish. And then, you know, like if you don't get it, you just have to keep going.
Yeah, it's such a good point too, because setting expectations is such a dangerous thing with anything that you do that you're passionate about.
Totally.
I mean, you can set goals and all that stuff and ambition, but yeah, creating expectations about like how you want the audience to respond. I ran into a lot of trouble, like just having that be every show of like, you get one really good show of like all these quality listeners, and the next show it's crap, and then you're constantly comparing every show after that to that great show, and you really just got to be able to adapt to any circumstance. Kind of similar to fishing, and like you can't get bogged down by those non-catches, those bites.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Oh yeah, like I mean I had a huge fish on earlier for what, 4 seconds?
Sure.
We'll show it right here. No. Cue losing the big
Cue
fish.
that B-roll.
Or the fish that jumped full porpoised out of the water in front of me, like
Show
it was.
that one.
Oh man. There, but I couldn't get it. You know. Troutbum Troubadour. Hey y'all, thanks for watching. Join us next time. We'll have Heidi Holton out here fishing with her Mississippi Blues Mojo Hoodoo.